You are now listening to the Salty Virgins Podcast.
Welcome to the Salty Virgins Club podcast. I'm your host, Jordan, and we have nothing
Jackson.
to talk about. But we're going to try.
That's a lie. We don't have a lot to talk about, but we have some stuff.
This cannot be how you start a podcast, guys.
Then chime in.
But that...
Yeah.
Popeyes may cause a civil war.
It's not a civil war. It's just riots in the street at this point.
So Popeyes is either going to cease to exist by the end of the year, or they're going to come out on top of the fast food
People are just
food
going to
chain.
raze it to the ground.
Honestly, I got to get me at least 2 more of those chicken sandwiches. But after that, like, it is what it is.
Here's the biggest problem is that fast
White
food
people have
change-
never stepped into a Popeyes before, and
That's a
are
big
getting
one.
culture shock.
But fast food chains that are very popular, you know, they deal with a lot of white people that go there. White people tend to be stupid fucking rude. Popeyes employees are with the shits. No other fast food chains are really like that.
Churches.
They got a toaster where they keep the checks.
I don't think there's ever a white person has ever stepped into any church's chicken on the planet.
Yeah, because if they did, like, you can't talk out of the side of your neck. Or offensive activities will happen to you and you specifically. And everyone will look and laugh as you get your ass whooped in the churches.
Everyone will be putting that shit on Twitter.
Maybe we should just, like, start asking white people to go to churches and see what happens.
Not good things.
For them.
Just start recording YouTube videos. Black person
Just-
goes into church, has gone sexual.
Bring
Fucking
back
clickbait
fight
shit-ass
videos
tar-
on YouTube.
I'd also just like to say that we talked about Popeyes, and on the same day that the episode dropped, chicken sandwich talks have started and have not fucking stopped all week. It has taken over Twitter.
It's true, we're influencers.
Actually, to be fair, Dragonfly Jones was the influencer, but we jumped on the train early.
We were pretty close.
Co-influencers.
Like, it was like a day between him tweeting it and then us being like, no, we got to get that, and then us talking about it.
But I think seeing him talk about it was what stemmed my interest.
Yeah, because we didn't even know it existed because Popeyes isn't our regular rotation of things to eat.
So that's what I'm saying, is he's the, like, influencer, and we're early adopter.
I'll take that.
Also, I still haven't had one of those sandwiches, which is upsetting. But
Or
I don't know if you'll get one.
I went
at this point.
I went Tuesday, and they were supposed to, or no, I went Monday rather, and the one by work was supposed to get them this Monday. So we showed up, and we were in line, and then someone came and asked, like, "Oh, y'all got the chicken sandwiches?" And then he was like, "Nah, we're supposed to get them today, but there was like a shipping issue or something." So, but
The truck was hijacked, is what happened.
I, unlike Patrick, had a plan and got a 3-piece spicy with rice and beans.
You got to get a whole family meal.
Imagine coming back to work with like 12 pieces of chicken being like, they didn't have what I wanted.
I panicked.
That fucking 3-piece spicy was so fucking good. I forgot how good Popeyes is, but it's like a kind of a personal rule of mine that I don't want to eat Popeyes more than once in a week because I don't want to go into cardiac arrest immediately.
Must be
Once in a
nice.
year, really.
Listen, Patrick, you haven't had this sandwich. Once you
You're
have
right.
one,
Someone posted the Popeyes chicken ingredient list on the internet like a fucking narc, and I don't
I'm
think
not
they
reading that shit.
I don't think they realize we're not eating Popeyes for the ingredients.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I don't care what's in it.
Also, the ingredients were nowhere near as bad as I thought they'd be. It was like the breading had preservatives and stuff, but it wasn't like insanely long list of nasty things. It was just like what I would expect from Popeyes.
Or any fast food restaurant. Like, I don't give a fuck.
You
Like,
know that was a fucking Chick-fil-A
sleeper agent?
homophobic fucking shithead. And they were like, "Oh, we're going to show Popeyes right here. Chick-fil-A's got the healthy chicken." I don't understand. We're not eating fried chicken for the health. I'm not going to Chick-fil-A because I want to lose weight either. I'm only going to Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
if you hate
What
gay
is
people.
healthy fried chicken? What even is that?
I don't know.
It doesn't exist.
Imagine being Wendy's and releasing their spicy nuggets the same week that Popeye comes out with their chicken sandwich.
Yeah? I mean,
yeah.
That's pretty great towards when like I want to go get spicy nuggets and there's no lines.
Yeah, that's true.
Wendy's still
Unless
does
they're
have a
not.
fire spicy chicken sandwich. It's just not as good as Popeyes. If once Popeyes gets the spicy breading, I agree with you guys. Once Popeyes gets the spicy breading, rather than just the spicy sandwich having the spicy mayo, it's a wrap. Absolute wrap. The thing is, Popeyes makes spicy chicken. Like, you can get a 3-piece spicy, and it's actually like spicy chicken. So they definitely have it within their means. So you have to know it's on the horizon.
Oh, yeah. No, I have no doubt. I think they put this out as a tester to see, like, all right, can we enter this market? And now that they see it's the best thing on the market, like, we're going to be getting some stuff.
Now the
They
market's
got
theirs.
$30 million worth of like natural marketing in 5 days. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's been the internet.
Shout out Popeyes.
Pat, were you going to say something?
I forgot.
Ah.
But you know what's funny is that the internet's been talking about Popeyes, and no one's talking about the Amazon being on fucking fire.
Is that funny?
No.
The Amazon's been on fire for 2 weeks.
Yeah, when I heard it's been on fire for like 3 weeks, I was like, wait, what? Hold up. This is a disaster.
It's not great. Not great at all.
I'd say it's even bad.
Yeah.
I would argue that, yeah.
Have you guys seen the fucking pictures of it?
The ones from space?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You mean the ones from the space station where you can see the fire from space? It's so bad.
We don't need clean air to breathe if we have money.
Yeah.
We don't need clean water to drink if we have money.
The trees in the Amazon produce an estimated 20% of the world's oxygen.
Mm-hmm. So, you know.
And Brazil cities are just like covered in darkness and smoke because of the fucking fires.
Yeah. Because it's that much forest fire. Well, it's not forest fire. Let me not say that. It is actual intentional burning to stop people from using that.
Yeah, I was about to say, did they know how this started? Like, what's the...
No. People are, like, the government is doing this to stop the Aborigine... I don't know if that's the right word. The native people... the native people and some other, I think, group of something from using the land to do normal...
So this is a manufactured control burn? Or
No,
it's a burn that got out of hand?
No. The government... Well, shit, I'll go look up what I believe the thing was. The government hired private companies to go and purposely burn down the rainforest in order to drive out the native people living there.
Yeah.
And not really in any like control fashion, just like burn it down and get them out.
Yeah.
The world fucking stinks. This place fucking stinks.
Yeah, this is what happens when you have an actual fascist as ruler
Your
of the
leader?
government. Which
Yeah.
I could see Trump doing some shit like
Brazilians
this.
I mean, he put children in camps, so, you know, this is but one step away.
Hey, but they got soap now.
Yep, they had to go to court, the Supreme Court, to get soap.
They're also refusing to give them vaccines, right?
Well, they don't need them.
They're just dying of the flu.
I mean, Tammy in Portland's refusing to give their kids vaccines, so got bigger.
No, I'm talking about flu vaccines, not like... I know we don't want to give immigrants autism. I get that, but I'm talking about flu vaccines. They're just dying of the flu, and they're like, "Oh, we have
that
these
just
flu
means
shots."
that we don't
but-
have to give them the blankets covered in smallpox this time.
Jesus.
That's so sad, but so painfully historically accurate. Oh, God.
This was a
I
fucking
can't
sad
wait to
place.
read about this genocide.
Well, we don't have to read about it. We're seeing it happen before our very eyes.
The only thing I'm reading is
future
about
of, like,
chicken
5
sandwiches.
years
I don't
from
know what's
now.
happening.
Nothing good, Patrick. If you look outside, nothing good is happening.
The fires from the Amazon have created a layer of smoke that experts estimate to cover about 1.2 million square miles.
It's great. Can't wait for that. You know, so, like, there's a lot of talk about what we should do for the environment and how climate, like, change.
We could start by not burning down forests intentionally.
That's not where I'm going with this. It's,
I still agree that that's a place we could start.
No, 100%. I believe that we should just kind of dive full in on it. I'm not being a vegan though.
I agree that we should die. Yes, that's what you said, right?
Well, I said also yes.
Death pack? Death pack?
Salty virgins kill ourselves. Wow. No.
3, 2, 1. Go.
I fucking wish. So the only reason that we don't have better environmental measures is because of like big oil. And it's like, okay, if you actually believe in capitalism, which they do to the fullest extent of its brutality and all of those things, why don't you just like invest in fucking like the solar panel understanding and everything that goes into that, and then make another, 300 billion or whatever off of that?
They do. They play both sides.
That's the exact thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They push for legislation against like enabling research, like government research on solar energy, but then they do it privately. Yeah.
Shout out the Koch brothers for being the worst people on earth. Wow.
I will say, rich people do know how to stay rich, but having a shit ton of money fucking really helps.
Yeah, I think that's the starting point. It becomes a lot easier when you have the capital to do whatever it is that you choose.
When you have a small loan of $1 million.
Yeah.
That's all you need, really. If somebody gave me $1 million, buddy, I would spend it in a week.
Yeah, you would spend it so fast. That's not the example we're trying to set, where having money makes you make money. Jordan would be the same, just a lot more Instagram pictures and sneakers.
A lot more shoes,
I would have a lot of Louis bags.
He'd have exactly $1 million worth of Louis bags.
Jackson would have a Gucci cowboy hat.
Yeah, one Gucci cowboy hat.
Yeah, that I want to act like, I'd be fiscally responsible. We all know I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I want things. I'd be like an NFL player getting his first paycheck.
I'd put it on black.
Jesus.
No, I'd invest it in impoverished black communities, Patrick. What were you thinking I was saying?
I almost said something problematic. I'm just kidding.
God.
He stopped himself. That's good.
That is good.
We've
We have
grown
to
as
say
people. Wow.
I just don't think Patrick wants to lose his job over there.
Yeah.
Because he needs it.
Real quick. I was applying. I think I told you guys this actually, but I was applying for a job, and then they were like, "Oh, you want to link your LinkedIn, and you submit your resume, or whatever." And then they also asked for a link to my Twitter, not a required, but like if I wanted to give them a link to my Twitter. And I was like, "Who has ever done that? Who has ever been like, yes, here's my Twitter, please hire me?"
Have you ever been on corporate Twitter?
No.
Where, the Amazon bots hang out and shit.
Oh, those
my
Amazon
God.
bots are so terrifying.
I thought corporate
That's
Twitter was just
such a-
LinkedIn.
No.
No, there's
That's like corporate Facebook.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's where you go if you want to inappropriately hit on this woman that you friend
That's a
requested
huge
for, no
fucking
reason.
problem on LinkedIn.
Yeah. It's like, why can't we just the very people who are touting professionalism are being weird and unprofessional on the internet. I
Shocker.
take issue with that. I'm not shocked. I'm just saying I take issue with that. It's like, why do I have to wear a suit, but he's the one sexually harassing a woman on LinkedIn that he's never seen?
You don't sexually harass people on LinkedIn?
I don't have a LinkedIn for so many reasons.
LinkedIn's pretty good, man. It's a you don't want to go on there for content or anything, but as far as getting jobs, very helpful.
I've never seen a place where more exclamation points are used.
So many exclamation points and so many spaced out sentences and paragraphs with return spaces in between. So you have to hit see more to read the whole fucking thing.
Those people should not have jobs. That's just not how you...
Yeah, they're the people that make so much fucking money too.
Those are the same people who can't open fucking PDFs.
This is all true.
I'm sick.
How did you search for that word so quickly? It's Control F.
What do you mean control? Control what? What do I control?
CTRL.
Citral. Citral, yes. You hit the Citral key. God.
Yeah, my dev lead at work asked me to show him how to see only certain things on an Excel spreadsheet the other day, and I was like, "You mean filter?" And he was like, yeah, like when you download this whole thing, you just look at the ones that have this value. I was like, hey, you mean put a filter on it?
Yeah,
and
you
I
hit
was
the
like,
filter button.
and I told him, I was like, oh, here's how you do it. He's like, can you just send me the filtered version?
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ.
I was
you
just
should
like,
be his boss now. That's how that should work.
I just said yes. I'll send it to you. Like I'm done with this fucking conversation. And here it is.
That should be an immediate promotion.
I know. I refuse to say I deserve to be promoted for doing a rudimentary task. He just should not be in that position. The thing is, he's
Listen.
a smart fucking guy. He's not an idiot.
He works with computers. That's his whole job.
I don't know. I don't get it.
He
I
got
don't
a
get it.
degree in it, probably. Like, come on.
I just sent him what he wanted, and I put my headphones in and pretended no one else existed for the next 4 hours. I'm just cashing checks right now. I'm sending you guys tweets from like 1 to 5 because that's when I'm really just.
That's when you just give up on the day.
I have meetings mostly until lunch, so then after that it's just pretend like I'm busy, apply for other jobs while at work.
I mean, you gotta take care of corporate's time, you know?
I'm getting paid for it all, so.
Man, I was trying to think of a right alt joke. I just could not think of one.
Oh, God.
Probably for the best.
I mean, if we can joke about them, we can't, like, support them
But
in any way.
here's the thing. Patrick was thinking of the joke. So would it have been funny? Maybe. Would it have been problematic? Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Without- After the week he's had, he's ready to unleash the clip.
I was at a hospital for 9 hours on my vacation.
Yeah, what happened with that? I never...
Oh, well, Kara's brother had his baby while we were there.
Oh, see, I saw the baby pictures and I assumed they had the baby and that's why you went. I didn't know that that happened while you were on
Well,
vacation.
no, that was the plan. That's the
What kind of insane white people shit? What?
No. Like, they were planning on visiting after the baby was due, I'm assuming, and the baby was late?
Right, the baby was 9 days late.
Ah.
Yeah, so you canceled the trip.
What?
What?
Listen, I see
Tickets are
Jackson's.
non-refundable.
They
baby.
flew Frontier. They don't get that money back.
Yeah.
They spit in your face if you ask for money from them.
Yeah, you know what you should probably do? Not fucking plan around having a baby of all things when you're going on vacation.
I mean, I agree.
You're going to get no argument out of me.
I mean, the reason that we went over there was to see the baby, so it's not like...
Yeah, so you got to see it fresh up out of the
Okay,
oven.
I'm,
Yeah, right at
I'm
the
mistaken.
oven.
I thought they were flying pregnant as shit to
Oh,
Colorado to have this baby.
No.
Wow.
You can't get on a plane while you're like, I think it's like 6 months pregnant or something.
Isn't it start of the third trimester?
Yeah,
You
third
can't fly
trimester,
anymore.
you can't.
So that would be 6.
Dude, you can just lie. TSA does not care.
No. For the baby.
Jackson,
That's not TSA just having fun. That's like a...
fuck them kids, is what Jackson said.
Yes.
You know, there's
I'm going
definitely
to Boca.
there's definitely a divergent path that this conversation can take, and I'm just gonna not go there. But yeah, fuck them kids. I'm glad you had a good vacation. Did you get the plague?
No, I didn't get the plague, actually. Which is good.
That's wildly
Is it?
disappointing.
Is it? Yeah, I'd say so. But my AC did break when I came back, so that's great.
Patrick, we can't ask Patrick to hang out with us ever again because he will never have money ever again.
Air conditioners are not cheap.
Nope. They're really not.
So are you gonna have to take out a second mortgage to pay for the AC on your house?
No, I have to borrow against my 401k.
Hate to see that.
Having to take out a second mortgage in the first 6 months of having your home has to be the biggest red flag a bank could ever see.
For borrowing against your 401k, is it similar? Like, is that I can do it at work where I do that and then I pay it back with interest, but the interest is paid to me into my account? Is it
Correct.
similar for you? Okay. So I guess that's like a standard.
Yeah, so you can only borrow 50% of what you have in there.
I was thinking about doing that around house buying time, or even like I've been looking at refinancing, and I was thinking about doing that to hit 20% if I refinance.
Yeah.
But then I was like, if I leave the company right after I do that, I just have to cut them a check soon or pay penalties on the money that I have, because they'll consider it like an early withdrawal. So I'm not going to do that. Because I don't have that kind of cash laying around. Hence the loan thing. So I'm just not fucking with it.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
you keep your account.
Yeah, but if you leave the company... I don't know, actually. I was told if I leave the company, I have to pay it back. And I said, that makes sense. And then I forgot.
I mean, you're
about
probably
it
not
forever.
wrong. I just haven't read into it too much.
So Trump wants to buy Greenland?
He did. And then
He
he threw a
bought it?
fucking bitch fit when they told him, no, you can't buy Greenland.
I actually haven't seen this article. I don't know. Like, I saw this on Twitter and I thought it was a joke, but apparently it's not.
Yeah, this has just been like flying under the radar.
Well, because it's so goddamn ridiculous.
Because we have chicken sandwiches to talk about, Jackson.
Yeah.
There's more pressing issues.
Also, the Amazon is being burned down.
Yes.
Trump's interest in buying Greenland. This is the article. Trump's interest in buying Greenland seemed like a joke, then it got ugly.
Yeah. Once the Prime Minister of Denmark said, no, we're not going to sell you Greenland, he canceled like a meeting that had been planned like months in advance.
Does Denmark own Greenland?
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh.
Take a history class.
I refuse. I'm an idiot. I get it.
I'm saying this like I said that like I knew that Denmark owned Greenland before I saw the first article like last week.
I knew that.
I'm convinced that Trump wants to buy Greenland because he wants to build a golf course there because he's an idiot.
Yeah, he
absolutely.
thinks it's very green there.
Yeah.
You can't... Isn't it cold there, like, right now?
It's cold there all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
That's the
It's
irony of it
It's
being
like
called Greenland.
mostly a glacier.
No, I understand that.
They had a funeral for a glacier.
That was Iceland, I think.
Was it?
I think so.
This is a real quote. Or no, that was Greenland, I believe. This is a real quote. American leaders, and then in quotes, remain concerned about some of the involvements of both the Chinese and the Russians in the Arctic. This is apparently reasoning for wanting to buy Greenland.
Isn't the Arctic on fire right now?
He wanted to buy
Yeah.
Greenland to counter China.
So that he can put more tariffs on it? I don't...
My head fucking hurts. Also, Mixtape taught me this. Antarctica's a desert.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
Who knew?
Do you know
Several
Colorado
people.
Springs is a desert?
No.
Science is fake.
Oh, I've been saying that for years.
It's a
You guys
high
think I'm
altitude
crazy.
desert.
Trump called himself the king of Israel?
Oh,
yeah.
no, some crazy right-wing radio host said Trump was like the king of Israel and like the chosen one, and Trump referenced it.
He's calling himself Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we got the implications there.
God. I mean, I'm, Christianity and Catholicism have their fucking flaws, but
To say the least.
not this.
We'll just leave it at that for now.
Yeah, oof.
Talk about you hate to see it.
Next weekend we'll record and we'll get the real feelings.
No, we won't.
You guys are going to be so drunk, and I'm going to be so jealous.
Oh yeah, next weekend I'll be really drunk. This weekend I'm getting really drunk. Go Gators. By the time you guys hear this, the Gators will have beat Miami or I will have killed myself. So one of two.
Well, this is Kevin's last episode, so
We're all slowly dying off.
The Saturday that would have happened when this episode comes out is the first official college football Saturday of the year. So for the
I'm
next
gonna
4
be-
months, I'll be drunk every single weekend.
I'm going to
No
be
one can stop me.
so drunk. Good times.
I'm going to try and make it to at least one LSU game now that I'm over here.
Are we still doing New Orleans later in the year? Or is that off now?
I think that's off.
yeah.
You guys can go.
I don't know. I have to buy an air conditioner.
Listen, I'm
That is
fine
true.
with it. I got to pay for a wedding. But I was just...
I just don't want to pay for the tickets that are like $500. The plane tickets that are like $400.
Yeah, I would have been driving.
So instead, I'm going to Pittsburgh
Why are you going to Pittsburgh?
because UCF plays Pittsburgh September 21st.
You know Pittsburgh, like, sucks, right?
I'm going to be there for like 2 days, and the tickets were cheap.
Even, like, their sandwich, which is the Permanente Brothers sandwich, is not good.
I'm going to eat it and find out, and probably have that same opinion.
Yeah, it's not. It's too big, and they put, like, french fries on the sandwich, but not in a good way, because they're not good fries.
No. unlike the fries in a California burrito.
Listen, I'm not eating any sandwich other than a Popeye's chicken sandwich ever again. So that sandwich is out.
All regional sandwiches canceled.
All sandwiches canceled.
I'm going to Pittsburgh and to watch UCF football and make fun of some Yinzers.
Catch me watching
What?
eating a chicken.
Was that a slur?
Yinzers. No, because they're white people. So,
So it's cool.
Yeah.
It's like the people with like the traditional Pittsburgh accent.
Pittsburgh has an accent?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
I know nothing about Pittsburgh.
The people listening won't be able to
Understand what's about to go on, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, people from Pittsburgh do have an accent, and it stinks.
They use like straight up different words. It's almost a different language.
It's akin to the Boston accent, where they're just like, we're going to say words the way we say words, and it doesn't matter if you understand me or not.
Hey, we can't make fun of Boston anymore.
Why not?
That's where Casey is from.
You said that one like I would fucking know that.
Yeah, like I'm informed anyone of anything that's going on with my relationship.
Yeah, you informed Facebook before you informed me.
I informed Facebook and you before I informed my parents.
Well, that's fair because you don't really talk to your parents that much. Which you should, because your parents are lovely.
This Wikipedia article describes Yinzer as people who spoke with a heavy Pittsburghese accent. What the fuck is that?
It's not good, I can tell you that.
Pittsburghese? That sounds... And so the combination of Yinzer and Pittsburghese it just sounds fucking problematic.
It sounds racist. It does.
It sounds like they're talking about a slur for Chinese people from Pittsburgh, if we're being frank.
Are there Chinese people from Pittsburgh?
I don't know, but people just tend to put E's after words if they think Chinese people are from there. That's just like a thing.
No, that's true. That there is some merit to what you just said.
Racism, yes.
Also, the way they spelled Pittsburgher, they said commits an act that could be identified as something a stereotypical Pittsburgher might do. And they spelled Pittsburgher Pittsburgher.
Well, I guess because of the way that you spelled.
Why is there an H? Why is there an H in there?
Because you spelled Pittsburgh with an H.
Pittsburgh doesn't have an H in it.
Kevin can't spell.
Ah, fuck it does. Alright.
Why do you always challenge me on these things?
Kevin can't spell.
I recant all arguments.
On this episode of Kevin Can't Spell.
The defense rests, Your Honor.
Me in court.
So, Spider-Man, getting the fuck up out of the Marvel Universe, huh?
Yes.
They were finally starting to make good Spider-Man movies. After all this time.
No, they're gonna have to renegotiate the splits. It's basically when you like an NFL contract where they don't come to terms before the season. They're just gonna wait it out and be like, no, we want this money and we want you to play, kind of thing. Like he'll still be in it because like Sony knows that they can't make good movies.
So Spider-Man is the Dak Prescott of the movie-going world.
Spider-Man's
more like
Melvin Gordon, yeah,
or Melvin Gordon.
But they're not gonna pay Melvin Gordon. They're gonna pay Dak Prescott.
They're gonna pay Melvin Gordon. It's just
why would
not
they? He's a running back, and he's not even that good.
Well, he's going to get paid less money than he really wants, but
yes, which is
he'll
more
eventually actually
the
get a
illustration of
contract.
the point I'm trying to make here. This is just like a negotiation tactic. Like, no, I'm just going to leave the table. I'm going to take my crowns and I'm going to go home. Sony's not making another Spider-Man movie. One, because the last Spider-Man movie made like $1 billion. Sony can't do that. Did you see the last Sony superhero movie that came out?
Last time I saw Sony in the news, it was when I was a PS3 user and they got shut down for days because they got fucking DDoSed out of this universe. So I don't trust Sony with anything ever again.
What I'm saying is the last Sony superhero movie was the Fantastic Four. Oh, that movie stunk. Oh, God. I thought it was the Fantastic Four.
They own X-Men too? Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
X-Men was fucking terrible. Every X-Men movie.
Logan
Except
was
for
good.
Logan was okay, but
Logan
that's
was a
it.
really good movie.
All right, to be fair, Logan was good. I was talking about like the X-Men, like the movies with the title X-Men.
Anything titled X-Men is
yeah,
bad.
terrible.
Which doesn't make sense because they have so much good source material.
Yeah, but it's kind of like about racism, and people don't want that.
Well, no, it is one. It's not even really an allegory. It's just like, hey, we want.
It's very upfront about it, but people do not care about being told about how they're racist. We're on Twitter. We see this.
Yeah.
Well, Deadpool is good. Is that Sony?
They had to sell the rights to somebody else.
Disney.
To be fair, is Deadpool even really good, or is it just kind of funny?
No, Deadpool's a good movie.
Yeah.
I would say Deadpool consists of a lot of lazy writing.
Yeah, but that's Deadpool's shtick.
Yeah.
So if your shtick is lazy writing, that just means you can be a bad writer and then make jokes about it, and it's a good movie?
It's nuanced in the fact that it seems lazy from, like, up above, but it's really not because it all weaves in with itself, and it's, like, a firm story where you break the fourth wall a lot because Deadpool always does that in the comic books, and he's done that since, I think, like, issue 6 or something. So it seems lazy if you just think about it like, oh, he's just narrating what's going on, but it's like, he does that, that's the thing.
So, I'm going to just say, I like the Deadpool movies. I'll continue to watch them. I think they're hilarious. I just think there's a difference between them being, like, good movies, like, well-written good movies. They're entertaining. I'm going to keep watching them. I just tend to disagree. I don't think it's good writing to do lazy writing and then joke about it and then it just be covered. Like, I think there's a difference. But also, who gives a shit? I'm going to keep buying tickets.
Fair enough.
It fucking got me.
Consumerism, it gets us all.
Goddamn more entertaining than most superhero movies, so I'm still in. It's an interesting conundrum.
Is it a conundrum if you're still going to buy tickets?
I don't know, man. I was just trying to think of a fucking word. We've already been over the fact that I'm a fucking idiot. We don't need to keep
Can you
harping
spell
on it.
conundrum?
CONONDRUM. Conundrum.
Oh, no.
There you go.
This is a bad headline that I got from the Wall Street Journal.
Oh, no.
Headline: Customers handed over their DNA. This company let the FBI take a look.
We've been new.
Millions of consumers have bought home test kits, including 1.5 million from Family Tree DNA.
This is like a specifically white people problem because, like, one, I'm not doing a home DNA test to tell me where slavery took me from. I'm not doing that. Two, like, why do you fucking care? Like, it's just gonna come back white. So, like, what does it matter?
Well, that's the thing. But here's the thing: is white people take the test because sometimes it comes back 1.5% Native American, and then they can be wild. They think they can be wildly problematic about it. That's why they do it.
Couldn't be me. At one point, I was like, yeah, it'd probably be cool to, like, know and, like, try and connect with wherever I'm from. But then I was like, what for fucking what? I'm not going to Africa. Like, that's not gonna happen. You gotta get a lot of shots to go to Africa. I'm out. So, like, I don't see why people are doing this. The DNA test thing has always been weird to me. And now that they're just like, nah, we're just gonna take your data or your literal genetic information and give it to the FBI so we can frame you with crimes. Nah, I'm cool.
Here's the thing: is the DNA test, the home DNA test, started becoming popular well into the data age where people have had their data sold for much less. So I don't know why people think, even if companies were saying, hey, we're not going to give this away, once you give that DNA to someone else in a capitalistic society, they're going to find a way to profit off of it.
Absolutely. 2, 3, 4 times over. If they can. Not a fucking chance. Also, I don't want to be in any sort of, like, DNA database so that, you know, they can use my DNA to, like, test on people, which they've done before. I'm out.
So once I saw someone being convicted of a serious crime because their, like, second fucking cousin submitted DNA on 23andMe and they were able to get on their case. It was like I think a serial killer or something got caught for it. Like a serial killer that's been in hiding for like 25 years.
From San Francisco, yes, he was like a police officer too.
And of course, it's great that we caught a serial killer. That's great. But also, just on the off chance that at some time in my life I commit a heinous act, I'm not trying to have my DNA in the system, just in case.
Absolutely not. I'm black. They'll just put me in the system and be like, he did it. So, no, not a chance.
Like, this came back with him.
Oh, yeah, you're just going to get fucking framed, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
there's some crimes on the back burner that need solving, so just plug them in.
Yeah, we're trying to meet this month's quota.
They're just going to start pulling people out of the line for Popeye's chicken sandwiches.
No.
Everything's bad.
Oh, that's so sad.
Is it wrong, though?
No, it's not. But... Buddy.
So, yeah, that's that. I don't have anything else to talk about if you guys are done.
Yeah.
Somebody send me some money because law school's hard. I'm begging.
Someone sends me some money just because I like money.
Someone send me some money because I have no air.
Someone send me Natty Light Seltzer.
Natty Light Seltzer sucks.
Send it to me. You won't, pussy.
I won't put a case of Natty Light in the mail because you can't mail out.
Send it to me, coward.
No.
Coward, you won't. I'll drink it.
Come back here, you coward!
I dare you. I double dog dare you.
You won't let that drink put you in the headlock.
Spoiler, he did let it.
It puts him in a headlock every time.
Very quickly.
Frogs are gay. Sorry.
On that note, we'll talk to y'all next week. Maybe we'll
Interview
have
content, maybe.
interview content. Okay.
Seltzer review content.
By the time you hear this, the Gators will be 1-0. Hopefully, please. Hopefully, please.
Felipe Franks will be benched twice.
No, please.
How are you going to get benched twice in one game?
Because he's Felipe Franks.
I'm going to be drunk either way. All right. We love you guys.
See ya.
Peace.